Hello, this is Palicopad and welcome to a new Let's Play series on this channel with the game The Darkest Dungeon. Now, what is The Darkest Dungeon? I'm sure you guys have seen this. It's been a pretty big hit. Where have you been the past 9 months? Darkest Dungeon is a procedurally generated roguelike dungeon crawler where the big interesting thing in this game is as well as having to manage the health and abilities of your parties, you also have to manage their sanity, and there are certain ways to bring their sanity down both in dungeon and out of dungeon. So that's the cool little thing here. It's a lot easier to just get on and play it as opposed to try and explain it, but as I said, I'm sure you guys are fully aware of this. This is a game which I bought in the sale, and it's one I've had my eye on for quite a long time, and I thought, well, the best way I find, because I'm one of these, I'm the type of person who the sale comes up and I buy all these games and I never play them. So I figured a good way of forcing me to sort of sit down and play a game is to do a Let's Play on it, because I have to keep it consistent for you guys. So here we are. Here's The Darkest Dungeon. Now, I have played it for about an hour, so I've got a rough idea on what's going on. I'm by no means an expert, and if you guys want to put any comments in the comment section below to give me any tips or give me any pointers on what I might be doing wrong or how I could make it a bit easier for myself, then by all means go ahead and flood it. Please flood it. Help me out. It'll just make the series run a bit better. But I'm sure, just like the Curious Expedition, it will get to the point where I'll just know what's going on and things will run quite fluidly, and hopefully we will prevail. Now, for the people who haven't seen anything to do with this, or at least the story side of things, because that's what we like on this channel. We like story motivated games. We do with the Curious Expedition, we do with the Darkest Dungeon, and we're going to sit down and together we will watch the opening intro. I've put the subtitles on, so you know exactly what's going on. I'm not going to talk through it, and I shall meet you on the other side. So just so we know where we all stand, and my mouse stops playing up, here we go.
Ruin has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal of antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth, but we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the Darkest Dungeon.
So there you go, guys. That is what we are up against. We are here to grab back our and claim what is rightfully ours, our birthright, our mansion, which is slightly dilapidated at the moment, but there is a little bit of town management within the game as well. So again, that could be pretty interesting. I've only just touched upon that, and as I said, it's all new to me as well. So let's learn together. Let's learn together. So there's no time like the present. Let's crack on. We go into the campaign. As you can see, I've I've had a few goes. I've run a few dungeons. That's three runs basically on my tester one. So we shall delete that. Yes, yes, yes. Go away, go away. And we shall start by clicking the letter to begin. And we get to name it. What shall we call this? Let's call this Darkest. What are we going to call it? Let's just call it Palico. Why not? Palico. Cool. And let's crack on. Boom.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
Now, I like to think I'm pretty good with words. I can be pretty affluent when I want to be. But even this game is using words I don't even understand. I will have to look them up because stuff like that annoys me. So, as you can see, heroes can be renamed and recoloured in their character panel. So if anybody wants a particular character named after themselves, first come, first served, put it in the comments below and I'll be sure to add you in. If you die, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What can I say? I'm a noob at this game. Things like that's going to happen. It says right when you start the game, heroes are going to die. Do you want to be that hero? Feel free. Pop it in the comment section below. So this is the tutorial. We're basically just going to play through the basics, as you can see here, and just get to know things. I might as well read out what's going on as far as this is concerned. It will disappear sooner or later. To move forth, click on another room of the map display. This will take you to the connecting hallway. So, not now, but as you can see, it does get a little bit more complicated in the dungeons you go into, and you just get to choose which way you want to go. My mouse is playing up. My God, what's going on? Okay. You gonna stop? You gonna stop? Right. Bear with me a second, guys. Yeah, sorry about that. I just had to change the battery in my bloody mouse. It seems to be working okay now. I do apologise about that. Anyway, you would have seen it. That would have been edited in post because that's how we do things here. Nice and professional. Anyway, so we need to click on the room we want to move to, which is going to be the only room we can move to on this little bit. So we click on that.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
Like he says, it looks like we're going to be coming up against some easy people to start with. We just move by pressing A and D, which is pretty cool. Nice and simple, as you can see. They move forward, they sneak forward, or they can back up, worst case scenario. Oh, they don't like backing up. He had a bit of sanity come off him then. We have Dismas, the highwayman, who's now got 6 sanity, or 6 less sanity. As that totals up, things start to happen to them, which generally isn't good. And then we have their health just above. We have accuracy, crit, base damage, dodge, and protection points if they are that way inclined, and then the speed of the person, depending on their speed, much like in a D&D game or any sort of RPG like that. The higher the speed, the better the chances that your person will go first, or that person will go first. So we have Dismas, the highwayman, and we have Reynold, the crusader. Now, as you can see, he's only got a speed of 1 down here, so that means generally Dismas fires first. So with that in mind, and obviously we've got their weapons here, and whatever armor and any trinkets they may have, which you pick up along the way. We have their items just above what we can use. We haven't opened up any at the moment because we haven't done any fighting. And then just over here, at the bottom, we have some loot, or where the loot would be. But as it stands right now, we only have the food. Anyway, enough jibber jabbering. Let's crack on. So we're moving forward. Oh, he's not happy at all.
Dispatch this thug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
So there we go. We're going to make him kick. We're going to make him scream. We're going to make him die. Combat is turn-based. On the hero turn, click a skill icon and then click on the highlighted target. Now, you only get the basic skills when it first starts, but you will open up more as they level up. And certain skills like your character to be in certain positions. So the little dots underneath, I can't select them. The little yellow dots is the positioning of the person. So this skill can be used anywhere in the first 3 positions of your group out of a group of 4, and that skill will only affect either the first or second position of the group of 4 that you're attacking. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And then we also see that one, the Hoytman needs to be in the middle 2 of the group in order to be able to do it, but it does hit 3 characters all at once. So there we go. I don't think I can go any more detailed into it than that. The last button is the move button, and that sometimes characters will either do an ability, or an ability will be done to them which moves them out of position within the group. You then use the move button to put them back into that position to be able to use whichever ability that you want to use on them. It could mean that later on in the game you need to swap positions in order to use a move on your next attack, in which case you use the move button on that as well. But with that being said, let's just hit open vein on this guy, the Brigand Cutthroat. He only has 12 health, 83% chance to hit. That's not too shabby. He's not if we get a crit, we might take him out in 1. But we got him bleeding anyway, so that's not too bad. And as you can see, our Crusader, we could use Smite on it. It'll probably finish him off nice and quick. There we go.
Give them no quarter.
Give them no quarter. And we can take the monies. So we can take all, much like we can do in Curious Expedition. Or we can just leave it. Why you would leave it, I have no idea. So let's just take the gold and carry on trekking through. Anything else you want to throw my way? Ooh. Come across a camp. While exploring, you will often find interactive objects. Click on them or press W to investigate. Take a look at this tent. Let's take a look at this tent. Clearly where the ambushers camp. Well, let's check inside the tent then. And we have wealth beyond measure, supposedly.
The foolhardy alike.
That's very true. So we have a torch and more gold.
There is much to be found in forgotten places.
Thank you, Mr. Narrator. We will take all. Now, torches, very important, a very important commodity. Torches affect how much light is around your group as you progress through the dungeons. It doesn't matter so much in this. The torch is represented with the torch on the top, believe it or not, and as you can see, we're in a dim light at the moment. Basically, the more you travel along without changing torches, the smaller this bar will get. But the smaller the bar gets, the more stress which is incurred on the group, and the better chance you have of finding better loot. So it's a sort of a risk versus reward system. Very, very good. As you can see, you can turn the torch off if you feel a little bit crazy. I don't. We've only just started. And we do have a spare torch just in case it is needed. But hopefully we won't need it this way through. And we're at the end, which is shown by this gate behind us. Can you see that gate? That gate there. So you just press up or click on it and we're here. Ooh.
Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
Did you hear that, narrator? Did you hear what he said? You guys are going down. You have very brown nipples. At least I presume they're nipples. They're in the nipply area, you know. But there's scratches to it. I don't know. I'm just jibber jabbering. Right, so we have the Brigand Bloodletter, who's a little bit harder. He's got 35 health, and we have the Brigand Fusilier, who is 12 for 12. Arguably, resistances, he has slightly... Well, the Bloodletter has higher resistances and higher health, which says to me that although we can't see, he's probably going to be the one which sucks up all the damage, and the Fusilier just will push out all the damage. So arguably, it's probably best to take out the damage before the tank if we're going to be talking in WoW format here. Right, so what can we do? We've got the open vein, which is the first two. We can do the pistol shot, which will hit the Fusilier. And it'll give us some extra damage buffs on the next time round. I don't really want to be too much alive if I can help it. Tracking shot. Put our accuracy up on our crit. Let's do the grape shot blast because it hits them both. We might get lucky and get a crit. Or not. Now, we've got two people and we really need to protect our highwaymen. So, do I want to do a stunning blow to take out the Fusilier? I can just about get away with that, I think. Or can I? No, I can't do that for some reason. No, I can't do that. Okay, I think it's because he's blocking. My mouse is still playing up. Right, okay, so let's do the Bulwark of Faith on the Fusilier. So he shouldn't hit me. No, then again, we better do it on the Bloodletter. Or not. We'll do it on ourselves. That's it. Sorry, I'll do it on ourselves. There we go. Yeah, that's it. We get marked. So people are more likely to hit us now. Like so. Oh, and we're bleeding. Good times. Oh, he's going for 2 hits on us. Yeah, not too bad. Got a debuff though, which isn't too good. Right, so we've got a grape shot blast again. What health do they have? 9 and 32. We should really be going for the kill, I think. So we've got 2 points a round for 3 rounds. It's not going to hit him outright though, is it? Pistol shot. Let's try the tracking shot. Can we hit the bad guy? The bad guy. The back guy. We can. And we get the buff back. Oh, well blocked, sir. Well blocked. That bleed isn't going to be doing us too good. Let's stun the front guy because he hits hard. And, oh, not our go. So we're not doing too well. He's a big guy, isn't he? He's not going down easily. We're probably best just keeping him stunned, so... Or should we... No, let's... We can't bleed the back guy, can we? Can we bleed the back guy? No. We can do the pistol shot on him. Let's do that. Oh, we took him out. When most monsters die, they leave corpses. Corpses act as temporary obstacles and will eventually go away on their own. You can attack corpses to destroy them faster, but often a better approach is to use range skills, push-pull skills, and even corpse-clearing special skills that some heroes possess. Monsters killed with bleed, blight, or crits have no corpses at all. Good to know. Thankfully, because we hit him and he's behind the big guy, he's not going to get in any of our ways, which is cool. I bleed. Okay, so we just need to go all out now, really. Let's stun him. And then it should be our go again. I need a bandage. We don't have any bandages. And let's make him bleed. Oh, that was a good shot. And he's taking the stun off himself. Let's stun him again. And can we do something more interesting? Pistol shot, grape shot. Let's try a tracking shot. I need a bandage! Right, so we've got plus 12% on our damage for 3 rounds, plus 6 accuracy for 3 rounds, and plus 5 crit for 3 rounds. Can we use Zealous Accusation? We could do. We're probably best just carrying on stunning him for the time being. Oh, or maybe not. Uh-oh. Jeez, that wasn't good. The force of devilry. So see, now we're out of position. We can't use the 2 middle abilities. As it stands, though, we can open up a vein. This should hopefully finish him off because we've got the buff against him.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Boom. Rifling through the corpses reveal. So we have more gold. We have a portrait, an oil painting of some distant family relation. And we have a crest, a sigil of honour earned by family actions long since past. Let's take it all on. After you've completed the requirements of a quest, you have the option to return to town at any time. Just click the crest. You don't need to return to the starting room of the dungeon to exit. Again, good to know. Have we just looted? I don't think we've looted, have we? Let's just continue adventuring. Can we take that? Something doesn't look quite right with this one. Well, let's open it anyway. It's trapped! Damnation! Oh. So what was that? 2 damage per round. That's okay. Let's go home. Let's go home. So victory! We have done the tutorial. We've got a bit of cash. We've got a few crests and a portrait. These are used to upgrade bits back at the estate, which we'll look at next time, I think. But we've got plenty of cash, so that's good. And a torch, which is also nice. And we also get a couple of people leveled up. Nothing too fancy there, I don't think. Quick reflexes. Yeah, as they level up, they get buffs and debuffs. Obviously, that is a buff. What about Dismas? Oh, and he did all right as well. He got a buff of plus 10 damage if a torch is above 75. When I ran my tutorial through on my tester, Reynaud, he actually got, I forget what it's called now, but basically he stole loot off me every so often, which was an absolute pain in the butt. It meant that I lost a lot of gold, which I was not too happy about. But that seems like a better start. Stagecoach upgrades are vital to the long-term health of your roster and your hamlet.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
Well, that's as good as homecoming as you can ask for, I suppose, in a game like this where you're supposed to die. Good times. So yes, we have some goals. We can. Or we have to successfully complete your first foray into the ruins, defeat the apprentice necromancer, defeat sonorous prophet, defeat the necromancer, defeat the fulminating prophet, defeat the necromancer lord. My god, there's loads. The gibbering prophet, wizard hag, brigand 8-pounder, the hag, the brigand 12-pounder, hag witch, the 16-pounder, the swine pit. Oh my god, don't think we'll be doing all this in one episode. We also have roster golds, which are interesting. Again, that's just leveling up all the different types of characters you can get. And as you can see, Dismas is now an apprentice highwayman, and Reynaud is now an apprentice crusader. Cool. Reynaud and Dismas successfully escorted you to the hamlet. Awesome. And this is the hamlet. On any screen in the game, press and hold H to see contextual help for controls of that mode. That will come in useful, because I haven't gone that far into this game. Try it while in town, exploring, fighting, camping and more. And hopefully nothing else will be thrown up. No, we're good. So here is a good place to end this episode. I hope you like the look of this. It is a game which seems very interesting. And as you know, I like to punish myself when it comes to playing games. So I think this fits into that quite well. And we'll see how we get on. Because it's more turn-based, a bit like the Curious Expedition, I think this is more suiting to the way I play games, and it means I can do a bit more of an interesting commentary. So hopefully this will be around for a while at the very least. So thank you for watching. As always, a like is appreciated, and I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.